10 trucks, every one of them selling for less than it's worth because buyers keep walking straight past them. And one of the 10, I'll prove it when we get to number 1, is the single best cost per mile buy in America right now. That's the whole game today, which ignored truck turns cheap money into 400,000 miles. Before we're done, I'm also handing you something no title ever promised you. A 60-second driveway test that tells you whether any used truck, any brand, dies before 200,000. You'll want it even if you skip all 10 of these. So here's the deal. The market ignores these trucks for reasons that sound smart and cost money. Wrong badge, wrong size, wrong noise. Every one of those reasons has a crack in it, and I'm about to show you exactly where each one breaks. Number 10. The Ford Ranger, 98 to 2011, the last American compact truck. Here's the fact that should bother you. This was the best-selling compact truck in America for 18 straight years, 87 through 2004. Over 330,000 people bought one in the year 2000 alone. Then Ford killed it, the market moved on to bigger trucks, and used truck buyers quietly filed the Ranger under disposable. That decision is your discount, because the truck never got the memo. There's an owner on Edmunds claiming 600,000 miles on his 98. Wrecked it, fixed it, kept driving it. Even Ford dealers admit early 2000s Rangers are still out there working at 350,000. And the engine that does it best is the one nobody brags about. The 2.3-liter four-cylinder. From mid-2001, that's the Duratec, a chain-driven 4-Ford built with Mazda. Owners run them past 300,000, and mechanics will tell you the motor usually outlives the transmission. No timing belt to snap. Not fast, doesn't care. Now the trap, because this truck has one. The 4-liter V6 sounds like the smart buy, and it's the one that bites. The plastic timing chain guides go brittle, the rattle shows up on cold mornings, and one of those chains sits behind the engine. So fixing it right means pulling the motor. Worst years 2001 through 2003. Your test costs nothing. Cold start it. Marbles in a can for the first few seconds. Walk. No rattle, records in the glove box. Revised parts after 2005. Different conversation. The 3-liter V6 is the boring middle answer. Slow, thirsty for its size, nearly impossible to kill. Money. The average 98 goes for about 7 grand. Clean ones start near 5, and rough but running trucks show up under 3. That's lawn equipment money for a machine that hauls plywood, sips gas, and parks anywhere in America. So the cheapest truck on this list is also the simplest. 4 cylinders, 1 job, 300,000 miles. Hold that thought, because number 9 is a full-size truck with a V8. It sells for barely more than a clean Ranger, and the reason nobody buys it has nothing to do with the machine. Number 9. The Nissan Titan, 2004 through 2015. Watch what the market did to this thing. Nissan built one generation and let it ride for 12 years. A proper full-size crew cab with a 5.6-liter V8, the VK56, making 305 to 317 horsepower. Because the badge doesn't say Ford, Chevy, or Ram, it depreciated like a dropped phone. Same size, same job, fraction of the money. That's not a flaw in the truck. That's a flaw in the buyers. Now, the reputation problem, because there is one and I'm not hiding it. The earliest Titans, 2004 through 07, had rear differentials that could fail. And the horror stories stuck to every Titan ever built. Here's what the horror stories leave out. The failures clustered in one setup. 4-wheel drive trucks with the factory electronic locker. Owners on the Titan forums put it bluntly. 2-wheel drive trucks basically don't have this problem. And one long-time estimate pegged real-world diff failures at around 1% of those early trucks. 1% scared the market off 100% of them. The engine? Scroll the complaint boards and it's axles and manifold bolts people argue about, not pistons and cranks. The VK56 just isn't where these trucks die, so your buying protocol writes itself. Skip the 04 to 07 4x4 with the locker, or budget for a diff that's already been done. Repair quotes run from $1,400 to $3,800, so make the seller's problem your discount. Then do the curb test, cold start, and listen near the front wheels. Exhaust manifolds on these crack and they announce it with a tick that changes as the engine warms. ticking Titan, lower offer. Quiet Titan with records. Buy it before someone smart does. Full-size bed, full-size V8, mid-size money. And if you think that's the best insult-turned-bargain on this list, wait. Number 8 got called something so mean it knocked thousands off the price of a Honda. Number 8. Not a real truck. That's the insult, and it's been stapled to the first-generation Honda Ridgeline since the day it launched. 2006 through 2014. Unibody instead of a ladder frame. Independent rear suspension. Built like a big Accord with a bed. Truck guys laughed at it, and every laugh shaved money off the resale. Here's what the laughing missed. Under the hood is the 3.5-liter J35 V6, one of the most proven engines Honda's ever bolted into anything. Owner after owner tells the same boring story. A guy on Bob's the Oil Guy bought his in 2006 and reported two repairs in 13 years. Another owner posted his at 177,000 miles, first belt service ever, and said it runs like a brand new truck. That's the pattern with these nothing happens for years on purpose. Now the toll booth, because this engine has one. The J35 runs a timing belt, and it's an interference engine. If that belt lets go, pistons meet valves and the motor's done. Honda's interval is 105,000 miles or 7 years, 60,000 if it tows hard or lives somewhere extreme. The full job, belt, water pump, tensioner, ran one owner about $965 at an independent shop. Dealers quote $1,500 to $2,000. So that's the deal you're signing. Pay roughly $1,000 every 100,000 miles and the engine keeps going. Skip it and you own a very quiet lawn ornament, which makes your pre-buy question one sentence long. Show me the belt receipt. No receipt past $100,000? One buyer on the owner forums had the dealer knock the whole service off the price before signing. Do that. And the honesty beat because trust matters more than hype. This thing tows 5,000 pounds, period. Heavy trailer life, look elsewhere. That limit is exactly why it's cheap. Everything else, the flat bed with the trunk hidden under it, the ride, the engine, is Honda doing Honda things at a truck stigma discount. So the insult is the discount. Remember that trick. Because number 7 is what happens when Chevy takes its most famous V8, removes 2 cylinders, and hides it inside the cheapest truck on this entire list. Number 7. The engine came first on this one. Take the small block Chevy V8, the most produced engine family in American history, and lop off 2 cylinders. That's the 4.3 Vortec V6, and Chevy dropped it into the S10 and its twin, the GMC Sonoma, right up through 2004. The truck is forgettable. The engine is not. The 4.3 has a documented reputation for running to 300,000 miles and beyond. Those aren't my words, that's the standing verdict on it, backed by owners like the guy with a 94 at over $300,000 that still uses no oil between changes. Or the one who bought his 4.3 new, worked at hard hauling lumber, and posted it at 338,000. This is a work engine that got trapped in a small cheap body. And the small cheap body is why you win. Now the villain, and this one has a name, mechanics say with a sigh, the Spider. Mid-90s through the early 2000s, GM fed these engines with a central injection unit. 6 plastic legs under the intake, poppet valves at the tips. The poppets stick, they leak. You get hard starts, misfires, rough running, and in bad cases, fuel washing down the cylinder walls. Owners chased ghosts for years before learning the fix. Don't replace the Spider with another Spider. There's an upgraded multi-port version that swaps the leaky poppets for real injectors. A direct drop-in, and it permanently ends the saga. So the buying math is simple. An S10 that runs rough with a healthy bottom end isn't broken, it's mispriced. A few $100 of injector Spider, and a weekend turns a lemon into a legend. While the intake's off, do the gaskets, then the rust walk, rockers, cab corners, and the frame. Push on them with your thumb, because paint lies and metal doesn't. These trucks sell for pocket change precisely because they look like nothing. Fine. Let everyone else pay for looks. And speaking of paying, number 6 is the only heavy-duty truck on this list, and people skip it for the single dumbest reason in the entire used market. Number 6. Here's the dumbest tax in trucks. Walk into a Ram dealer today, and the Cummins diesel option costs $12,595 over the gas V8. Same truck wrapped around it. That worship follows the badge into the used market, which means a 2010 to 2018 Ram 2500 with the 5.7 Hemi. Same heavy-duty frame, same axles, same bed, sells for thousands less than its diesel twin, purely because of what's stamped on the fender. Nobody cross-shops them. That's the mistake. And it's your opening. Because here's who actually needs a Cummins people towing, heavy, far, often. Diesel owners say it themselves all over the forums. Diesels want to run hot and long. Short trips and around-town duty are exactly what they hate. And the modern emissions gear piles on costs for anyone who drives that way. If your life is a plow, a trailer a few weekends a year, and a bed full of material, the gas Hemi does the job with a shorter, cheaper failure list and regular unleaded. Speaking of that failure list, it's one item long and it announces itself. Hemi exhaust manifold bolts snap, cast iron manifolds on aluminum heads, heat cycles, and eventually a stud lets go, usually showing up around 150,000 miles as a tick on cold start that fades as the metal expands. Shops quote $500 to $1,500 to fix it. The parts themselves run under $100 for a determined weekend wrench. So the curb ritual repeats. Cold engine, listen near the manifolds. Tick that fades equals leverage, not disaster. And keep the oil honest. The Hemi rewards clean synthetic on schedule and punishes neglect with a tick that doesn't fade. That one you walk from. Heavy-duty steel, V8 shove, work truck bones, priced like an apology because it drinks the wrong fuel. Take the discount. Now flip everything. Because number 5 is the exact opposite of a heavy-duty Ram. It's a Toyota so forgotten that most people watching this don't know it ever existed. Number 5. Quick, name the Toyota truck before the Tundra. If you said Tacoma, that's the small one. There was a big one. The T100, 1993 to 98. Toyota's first swing at an American-sized pickup, and it landed in no man's land. Bigger than the compacts, smaller than a real full-size. Its wheelbase gave up more than 2 feet to an F-150 of the same year. Full-size shoppers called it puny. Toyota loyalists didn't need the size, and the Tundra name erased it from memory 2 years later. Nobody remembers it. The complaint records remember even less. Across 6 model years, car complaints logged just 2 complaints. 2. One recent write-up on this truck said the quiet part out loud. With regular maintenance, a 250,000-mile T100 could keep going past $500,000. The reason lies under the hood, but only if you pick the right one. In '95, Toyota dropped in the 3.4-liter 5VZ FEV6, 190 horsepower of pure patience, and Toyota people rank that engine with their all-time greats. That's the one you hunt. The earlier 3-liter V6 is the one with the head gasket history. That generation of Toyota truck V6 got its own service campaign. And even the first months of the 3.4 had a gasket design that Toyota quickly revised. So the check is one look and one question. Coolant seep along the heads and service records. Clean and documented, you're holding one of the most overbuilt secrets in the used market. The honest part, it's slow. It never got a V8, and body parts are getting scarce because so few exist. And clean examples are quietly climbing as Toyota people catch on. So this discount has an expiration date. By the way, halfway point and you've now seen 5. If you had to stake your own imaginary 400,000 miles on one truck so far, drop your pick in the comments. I'll tell you mine at number 1. Now hold on to that Toyota patience, because number 4 is the slowest F-150 money can buy. And that's exactly the reason it refuses to die. Number 4. Ask a cop what engine wouldn't quit. For years, Ford's 4.6-liter 2-valve modular V8 was the heart of the police crown Victoria. The same engine family Ford dropped into the 97 to 2004 F-150. One owner on the forums has run 20 of those Crown Vics in town cars. A fleet mechanic put it flat. Maintained right, these V8s run 300,000 without drama. Idle all shift, floor it, idle again, repeat for a decade. That was this engine's job description. In the F-150, the market read that durability as a defect. Underpowered, they said, next to the bigger 5.4. And underpowered became underpriced. But flip the word. Underpowered means understressed. And understressed is exactly how engines live long lives. Now the scare story, because this truck carries a famous one: spark plugs that blow clean out of the heads. It's real. The early 2-valve heads held the plug with only a few threads, and a plug can let go with a pop and a coil hanging by its boot. Here's the part the scare leaves out. It plagued the 5.4 far more than the 4.6. Plenty of these engines cross 200,000 without ejecting a thing. And the permanent fix is a steel thread insert installed right through the plug hole. No pulling the head, for a fraction of the horror quotes. One owner got billed $1,300 at a dealer. Insert kits cost a fraction of that, and by 2003, Ford had cut full threads into the heads anyway. So, change plugs with a torquey wrench, late heads if you can find them, and this myth becomes a coupon. The rest of the checklist is small ball. Oil around the filter adapter that impersonates a head gasket leak. Coolant weeping at the plastic intake. Exhaust manifold studs that rot and tick. All known, all fixable, all reasons the price stays down. Plain regular cab work versions of this truck are some of the cheapest running full-size Fords in existence. A V8 farm tool, priced like a scooter. And here's the kicker for the skeptics who think cheap means old. Number 3 is the newest truck on this entire list, and the math still embarrasses its famous rival. Number 3. This truck's superpower is that it refused to change. The second-generation Nissan Frontier ran from 2005 all the way to the end of the 2010s on the same bones. Same 4-liter VQ40 V6, same body, same everything. While rivals redesigned themselves every few years, sounds lazy. It's actually the feature. 15 years of the same truck means every single weak point is mapped, priced, and solved. And the scoreboard is wild. RepairPal ranks the Frontier #1 out of 7 mid-sized trucks for reliability. $470 a year in average repairs, actually a hair under the Toyota Tacoma's $478. Read that again. It keeps up with the Tacoma on reliability while consistently selling $2,000 to $5,000 cheaper for equivalent trucks. One buying guide this year straight up called the right Frontier one of the best used truck values in America. So, why the discount? Because the wrong Frontier can hurt you, and the internet only remembers the wrong ones. Meet the strawberry milkshake of death. On 2005 through 2010 automatics, the factory radiator has a transmission cooler built inside it, and the wall between coolant and transmission fluid can fail. The two fluids mix into a pink froth that destroys the transmission. Radiator plus transmission runs $3,800 to $5,500 to make right. The 2005 model year alone stacked over 500 federal complaints, and there was a class action over it. Worst years 05 through 07. Your defense takes 10 seconds and it's the single highest value move in this whole video. Pull the transmission dipstick. Pink, frothy, milky. Walk, no negotiation. Clean red fluid plus a receipt for an updated radiator or an external cooler bypass. A few $100 fix owners do preventively. And the landmine is diffused. Second listen, the early VQ40s 05 to 07 chewed plastic timing chain guides. A whine or rattle on cold start, $1,500 to $3,000 to do right. And crawl the frame. The 05 to 08 trucks had a rust recall of their own, which hands you the play on a silver platter, a 2011 or newer automatic. Or any year wearing radiator and chain receipts, and you just bought Tacoma-grade endurance while Tacoma shoppers paid $5,000 for a badge. Now, everything so far has been a discount hiding a lesson. Number 2 is different. Number 2 is just an engine so overbuilt that Toyota fans call it the best thing the company ever made. Number 2, iron. That's the whole story of the first-generation Toyota Tundra, 2000 through 2006, and the 4.7-liter 2UZ-FE V8 inside it. While everyone chased horsepower, Toyota built this engine with a cast iron block, thick castings, and a deliberately lazy state of tune. 245 horses at launch, 271 after a variable valve timing arrived, because it was designed to survive bad fuel, heavy loads, and neglect anywhere on Earth. Understressed on purpose. And the odometers prove it. On the Toyota forums, 300,000 to 500,000 miles on this V8 is described as routine. One guy's business partner daily drives a Tundra at 430,000 on nothing but maintenance. And the crown jewel, the famous million-mile Tundra, a 2007 owned by a Louisiana man named Victor Shepard, carried this exact 4.7 V8 past 1 million miles on religious 5,000-mile oil changes. And a second owner has since done the same thing, servicing at the same dealership. Same engine you're shopping. So why was the truck ignored? Size again. Detroit loyalists sneered at it as the 7/8 scale truck. Enthusiasts shrugged for 2 decades and the price stayed polite. That window is closing. One preserved 2000 Limited just traded hands for 32 grand as collectors wake up. But driver-grade trucks remain the cheapest ticket into this engine. Now the reckoning, and on this truck, it's not the engine, it's what holds the engine up. The frames rust. Badly. The supplier-built frames corroded so aggressively that Toyota ran an official recall on the 2000 to 2003 trucks and handled 04 through 06 case by case under a support program. Some owners got entire new frames. Here's what matters to you. Those programs ran on 15-year clocks and the clocks have expired. Today, the frame is your inspection, not Toyota's promise. So crawl under it. Rear crossmember, cab mounts, brake lines. Scaly, flaking, hold steel means walk away. I don't care how sweet the V8 sounds. A Southern truck or one wearing a documented replacement frame is the jackpot. Then honor the ritual. Timing belt with a water pump roughly every 90,000, plugs torqued by hand. Do that, and this engine simply does not stop. One truck left. It outsold everything, enthusiasts never gave it a second look, and it quietly became the cheapest 400,000-mile machine in America. Number 1. The 1999 to 2006 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra are some of the best used trucks you can buy. You'll find them in almost every junkyard across America, and that's actually a good sign. GM built millions of these trucks, so replacement parts are cheap, easy to find, and almost every mechanic knows how to fix them. If you want a truck that's affordable to own, this is a great choice. Most of these trucks come with the 5.3-liter Vortec LM7 V8 engine. It isn't the fastest engine, but it's known for being tough and reliable. Many owners have driven these trucks for 300,000 miles or more with basic maintenance. You may hear a ticking noise when the engine is cold, but if it goes away after a few seconds, it's usually nothing to worry about. Before buying, just make sure the transmission shifts smoothly and check for any signs of rust on the frame and body. If you can, look for a 2003 to 2006 model, especially 2005 or 2006. These years are considered the best because they received several improvements, with low repair costs, easy-to-find parts, and a long history of reliability. The GM T800 Silverado and GMC Sierra are still two of the smartest used trucks you can buy today. One last thing. The 60-second driveway test I owe you, and it works on every truck ever made. Show up early and put your palm on the hood. Warm metal means they started it before you came, and you should wonder why. Cold start it yourself and just listen for 30 seconds. A tick that fades is fine. A knock or rattle that stays is your exit. Pull the oil cap and the dipstick. Milky foam under either one means coolant where it shouldn't be. Walk. Pull the transmission dipstick. Pink froth or a burnt smell. Walk. Then get your knees dirty for 20 seconds. Rear wheel arches, frame at the cab mounts, brake lines. And push on the metal with your thumb because paint lies and steel doesn't. Finish with one sentence. Show me the records. A folder of receipts beats a fresh coat of wax every single time. 60 seconds, 5 checks, and you'll dodge 90% of the bad deals out there before your wallet ever leaves your pocket. Next video, I'm flipping this list on its head. The trucks that look exactly like these 10 and die before 150,000. Don't spend $1 until you've seen it. Go find your gold mine.